Hi, hello, welcome back once again, students of grade 10. In this video, we are going to see chapter 1 chemical reactions and equations, true or false. Total 15 you are going to learn, which will be useful for you to attempt VSAQ. Each VSAQ carries 1 mark in your exam. I'll explain all 15 true or false with detailed explanations such that it will be very helpful for you to understand. We'll see. Number one, a complete chemical equation represents the reactants, products, and their physical state symbolically. So if you want to represent any chemical equation, for example, we'll see H2 plus O2 gives rise to H2O. That is one chemical equation. If you want to balance this, it will become 2H2O here and 2H2 here. So whenever you're writing chemical equation, there will be reactants and there will be products. And while you are representing chemical equation for each element or molecule or atom, you have to represent its physical state. For example, this hydrogen is gaseous state, you can represent with letter G. Oxygen is gaseous state. Of course, if you want, you can represent with an arrow mark which is pointing up. H2O, water, that is liquid, L. Not only this, but we can find different letters and symbols. Example, S stands for solid, L stands for liquid, G stands for gas. Gas you can represent with an arrow mark which is pointing up, and an arrow mark which is pointing down. Sediments or salts which are settling at the bottom, metals which are settling at the bottom, or insoluble salts which are settling at the bottom, we can represent this. And we have AQ. AQ stands for aqueous, AQUEOUS. Aqueous means where water is a solvent. For example, we take CaOH taken twice plus CO2 gives rise to CaCO3 plus H2O. Here CaOH taken twice, calcium hydroxide, is AQ, means aqueous, where which is mixed in water. Carbon dioxide is gas, G. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, is solid, S. H2O is liquid, L. Like that, everything should be there. Then only we can call this one as complete chemical equation. So answer is yeah, it is true. Number two, the reaction of nitrogen and hydrogen gives ammonia. We'll first figure it out. Ammonia chemical formula is NH3. To get NH3, nitrogen N2 plus hydrogen both should combine together to form ammonia. If you balance it, it will become 2NH3 and 3H2. Now, this statement is correct. This is an example of decomposition reaction they told. You see here, this is not decomposition. We can take this N2 as A plus hydrogen as B, that gives rise to AB. Both A and B are combining together to form combination reaction. It is not decomposition. So answer is false. Number three, a magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling flame in air, oxygen, and changes into white substance called magnesium oxide. Magnesium Mg, when it is reacting with oxygen O2, that gives magnesium oxide MgO, and if you balance 2 MgO and 2 Mg. Now it will form one white color powder, that is MgO, which is basic oxide, base in nature. Now, which will form with white, burn with white dazzling flame. So answer is yes, it is true. And the product is magnesium oxide. Number four, rusting is a double decomposition reaction. First of all, let us see rusting with the help of an equation. When iron is exposed to oxygen at the same time water, it gives a product called FeOH taken thrice. If you balance 4Fe, 3O2, 6H2O gives rise to 4FeOH taken thrice. Now, if you compare this Fe with A and oxygen with B and water with C, what product we are getting? ABC. So this one is not a double decomposition reaction. This one is combination reaction. You can call this one as combination reaction, or this can be used as an example of oxidation reaction. It is oxidation. Iron is getting oxygen. So this is not double decomposition. So answer is false. Number 5, a chemical cannot be reversed. Yeah, in above example we can take FeOH taken twice. Again, can we get iron, oxygen and water? No, we cannot get. So a chemical cannot be reversed. Yes, it cannot be reversed. So answer is true. Number 6, the number of atoms of each element is conserved in any chemical reaction. Whenever you are writing chemical reaction, that should satisfy law of conservation of mass. What is that law of conservation of mass? Let us take one example. We'll take CaOH taken twice plus CO2. When calcium hydroxide is reacting with carbon dioxide, it will give CaCO3 plus H2O. Now in this equation, if you count atoms, how many calciums reactant side? We have 1. How many calciums product side? 1. While coming to oxygen, how many oxygens? Here it is 2, here it is 2, 2 plus 2, 4. While coming to here, how many oxygens? 3 plus 1, 4, 4 oxygens. And how many hydrogens? 2 hydrogens. And while coming this side, we have 2 hydrogens. And while coming to carbon, 1 carbon, here 1 carbon. So from this what we can conclude? Every chemical reaction, every chemical equation follows law of conservation of mass. At the same time, the number of atoms of each element is conserved in any chemical reaction. So answer is yes, that is true. Number 7, oxidation is the loss of electron from a substance. In previous videos, what we have learned, oxidation is nothing but addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Next, what is meant by reduction? We have learned reduction is nothing but addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Till now we have learned with respect to oxygen and hydrogen, but we can learn oxidation and reduction by means of electrons also. Try to remember the word Leo. We have 12 signs in zodiac. In that, Leo is one of those. Leo, and that Leo's nothing but lion which will roar. And if you represent that roaring in form of a word, so it will roar like this by making this sound. And Leo, from this Leo what we can learn? L, loss of E, electron. Loss of electrons, nothing but O, oxidation. And GR, gain of electrons, nothing but reduction. So we can learn oxidation and reduction by means of oxygen and hydrogen, at the same time by means of electrons. Loss of electron from a substance known as oxidation, yes, that is true. The term aqueous represents water as solvent. Yeah, in water, if anything is mixed, for example, we can take when zinc is mixed in HCl, we will get ZnCl2, zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Now zinc will be in solid state. HCl, we can take dilute hydrochloric acid. What is dilute hydrochloric acid? You are adding acid in water. So water as a solvent, this can be represented as AQ. ZnCl2, that ZnCl2 we will get in form of liquid, but ZnCl2 is salt. If you evaporate that one, you will get of course ZnCl2, but after reaction we will get that one in liquid state, means that ZnCl2 is mixed in water, that can be represented as AQ, and hydrogen is gas with this arrow mark. So the term aqueous represents water as solvent. Yes, that is true. Number 9, rusting of iron and rancidity are caused due to oxidation. If you remember this equation, rusting of iron is oxidation, I told you, because oxygen is added to iron. Here what they asked, rusting of iron, oxidation, yes, that is correct. And rancidity, what is rancidity? When oil foods are exposed to oxygen, then there will be change in its taste, smell, etc. Isn't it? Whenever oil foods are exposed to oxygen, there will be change in its taste and smell. So that only oil foods or chips that will be packed in presence of nitrogen to prevent from oxidation. So both are caused due to oxidation, that is S. So answer is true. Number 10. So I finished 8, 9, number 10. Reduction is gain of electron by a substance. Here only we have learned what is meant by reduction. Gain of electrons. Oxidation, loss of electrons. So answer is yes, that is true. If they ask for 1 mark question, what is meant by oxidation? Explained by terms of by means of electrons. You can write this statement. Last 5. The formation of copper and water is a reaction of copper oxide is an example of redox. Let us see. Copper, when it is mixed with H2O water, it will form copper oxide plus hydrogen gas. Now you see they are asking whether it is redox or not. You see, copper reactant side, while coming to product side, it is becoming copper oxide. That means oxygen is added to copper. So copper is getting oxidized. Now, if you observe that H2 hydrogen, first it was H2O, now it has become H2, means oxygen is removed. That means hydrogen got reduced. So here oxidation we can find, reduction also we can find. So in any equation, if you find both oxidation and reduction, we can call this one as redox. So answer is yes, true. Number 12, curdling of milk is physical change. Very direct question. When you take milk and if you boil, while it is boiling, if you add 1 or 2 drops of lemon juice, automatically milk will be curdled. And you cannot convert that curdled milk back to a normal milk. So it is chemical change. Why it is chemical change? Because the reaction which is not reversible. So it is not physical change. Answer is false. Number 13. The reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen to give ammonia is an example of combination. We have learnt in second bit. If you see this, N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. If you compare this nitrogen with A and hydrogen with B, A plus B gives rise to AB, that is combination we have discussed. Now here what they have asked, it is example of combination. Yes, answer is true. Number 14, for word equations, we do not need to know formula for the chemicals involved, but symbol equation we do. Yeah, for word equation, no need to know. For example, if I write, when magnesium is reacting with oxygen, we will get magnesium oxide. Just I can write by means of all words. This is called word equation. Another example, when sodium is reacting with chlorine, we will get sodium chloride. To write these word equations, no need of any symbols, but to write symbol equation, if you write this one sodium, Na plus Cl2 gives rise to NaCl, 2, if you need to balance. Magnesium of Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO, 2. So to write symbol equations, we need to know formulas. So answer is yes, that is true. Number 15, the action of heat on ferrous sulfate is an example of decomposition. First, let us see ferrous sulfate. FeSO4 ferrous sulfate, when it is heated, we will get three products. First one, Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. Fe2O4, which will be in solid state, and color of FeSO4 is white. If we heat, we will get Fe2O3, that is also solid, and it will be in brown color, and sulfur dioxide gas, sulfur trioxide gas. Now you see, ABC is converting into A plus B plus C. It is decomposition reaction only. So is an example of decomposition? Yes, answer is true. Like that. So we have seen all 15 true or false with the complete explanation. All chemical equations, reactions will be used for you to write answers whenever they have given any VSAQs. So guys, if you like this video and if you feel this video is informative, just you can subscribe to it for regular videos, and at the same time share this video to your friends. And we'll meet in other video. Till then, bye, have a nice day.